Hey, Hesbos, welcome to Hesby Street. Thanks for stopping by. It's great to see you all. What do we do? HesbyStreetPod.com is our website.
Yeah.
Found out recently there's a Hesby Street
.com?
.com. It's like a
Real estate?
no, it's like a creative something. I think they're stealing our essence, dude.
Creative what? Funny?
It's like I gotta look into it.
Damn,
that was on my list.
You're a terrible spy. So that guy, I'm going to look into more.
So go to
next time.
HesbyStreet.com and just tell them that they're posers, man.
Yeah, go to their comments or contact and write, knock it off, would you?
Knock it off. I feel like we're going to get a cease and desist letter.
Yeah.
And I plan on writing back as a lawyer.
You know what sucks?
Because we were here. They didn't exist before we started. And I think it's a finders keepers situation on intellectual property.
Not to mention how rabid our fan base is.
So rabid.
They will attack on sight, dude. I'm scared of them sometimes.
We got to keep them trained.
Yeah.
So also, because these are still pre-show announcements.
Stand down. Stand by.
Stand by and stand down. But be ready.
Stay armed.
Yeah.
Literally.
Bear arms.
Bear.
It's your God-given right.
I've never heard it said like that. Bear arms.
Bear them.
You guys, I hate to have this discussion. Time to start bearing some arms.
And when you're done bearing arms, check us out on patreon.com/Hesby Street, Instagram, YouTube. Follow, like, subscribe. We got live show dates. I just updated them on the website.
Okay, cool.
Should have talked to you.
About my dates?
Yeah.
That's okay.
No, I got your Sack punchline.
I'll be in Sacramento.
April?
Yep. Sacramento.
That's on there.
Cool.
I don't know what else you got.
I'm at
Every Wednesday, Citizen. That's
every
up
Wednesday now, every Sunday too.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just kidding.
Just
no,
focus on
I heard
Wednesdays.
it's a great turnout there. Anyways, start the episode.
Okay. I'm gonna play you a little ditty.
Little ditty about Torio and Zack.
Oh yeah. Pod goes on.
Even after we lost all our subscribers.
No one out there's listening to this, but they just watch those Instagram clips.
At what point do we just stop even posting the full pod?
Yeah, it's like that, Jamarcus Russell, that story about the failed NFL player Jamarcus Russell, the biggest bust in.
I know that Jamarcus Russell was drafted number 1 overall and then was a bust.
Yeah,
now
so-
everyone's caught up.
So he was so lazy that he.
Oh, you've told this on the pod.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, he wouldn't even watch the videos. They sent him like a blank DVD.
And said, "What'd you think of the
And
homework?"
and he was like,
It looks good.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. I think you.
So we got to do that with our fan base because they're all a bunch of Jamarcus Russells. We love them. We treasure them.
I like to, because we get a lot of comedians talking about. They say that to us. So, love the pod. I only watch the Instagram. And
Yeah.
that's cool. Thanks, man. And then I'm like, we actually talked about you on last week's pod.
Yeah.
Didn't make the Instagram clips. But,
Yeah.
And then they'll hit me up and be like, I don't think. And then I'll just be like, it must have been the Patreon pod.
Fuck.
Anyways.
And then they call again. You're like, "What tier are you on Patreon?" Oh, you can't get to a higher tier.
That's not it. Yeah, there's secret episodes for the VIPs.
And they're like, "And those ones you're talking about me?"
Exclusively. There was one episode I just wanted to name a comedian's name, and you're like, I don't get the joke. And I'm like, I guess I don't either, but I just thought it'd be funny. It's
Just Easter eggs.
Well, so that our friends would see, why is this episode titled My Name?
Oh, title it the name. I
Yeah.
see. Yeah. Scott Simpson was like, "It's you guys are my favorite thing when I'm pooping." And I go, "Well, that must be a long poop listening to that whole podcast episode. You might want to get that checked out there, Scott."
That's funny because I notice sometimes Scott will, I'm worried about his health. Because sometimes he'll like 3 videos, but they'll be
right
4 days ago.
Yeah,
and I'm
some
like,
people
have you
do
not
the
pooped
catch-up.
in 4 days? People that I'm friends with on my Instagram, I
Yeah.
can kind of keep up to date on them liking. It's weird how it notifies you. Does that make sense?
No.
So if I'm friends with them on my regular Instagram,
Yeah.
if they like the Hesby Street stuff, I get a notification to my regular
Right.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Whereas the Hesby Street Instagram I've muted because it's just so many fans.
Dude, it is.
You can't keep up with it.
I might quit. I honestly might give up, dude.
It's too much work.
I can't deal with all the likes.
It's gotten to a point where, like, now that I've learned how to edit, I'm like, we need to make more money.
Yeah.
I'm going to quit this pod to get a paying job for someone else's pod. Like, just let me run your editing and all that shit. Yeah. I'll produce your pod.
Right.
I know how now.
Right. Yeah, man. It's hard. It's hard being an artist.
It is hard. What do you do? I can't believe we've never talked about this. But what is your writing process? Do you pen and paper it?
Yeah, I do. So I'll lay out 2 notebooks.
Mm-hmm. Is this real?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And I grab 2 pens.
All right.
And then my eyes roll into the back of my head. It's scary, honestly. Elizabeth, like, she freaks out. She locks herself in the bedroom, and, like, the curtains, everything's
is any of it legible at the end? You're just like, man, if I can figure this out, I'm pretty sure it's genius.
I'm on stage like, I mean, it's gotta be something. Otherwise, what disease do
I've never seen you laugh this hard. You got tears coming out of your...
my own joke.
It's not even that funny. I'm only laughing because you're laughing.
I'm on stage.
It is a funny visual. You have to really visualize.
I'm on stage bombing, holding 2 scribbly notebooks, and I have nothing, and I'm like, well, then what is the disease I have? And everyone's like, what are you talking about?
I thought I was a prodigy.
Yeah, I leave those mic like, that is so weird. All right, I guess I gotta go see a doctor. That's bizarre. So that's my writing process.
That is good, man.
Yeah, I guess I'm a natural. I don't know what you call that.
I would argue that when I said, do you pen and paper it?
Yeah.
That was not really.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you technically are putting pen on
Twice
paper.
as much.
I'd love to see you with an old-fashioned typewriter.
Yeah.
You know, see where your possessed demon takes you on that.
Well, it'd be hard because I think my writing is close to Sanskrit. So it would have to be like a really old typewriter.
Yep.
Dude, that's the hipsterest thing I can think of.
Hot in here.
That's the hipsterest thing I can think of. A typewriter?
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm going to be so hip that I'm like, my apartment I'm going to redecorate. It's just going to be a vinyl record player. And a typewriter with Sanskrit keys.
Hell yeah. And like, get one of those like old school hearths inside your living room.
Wait, what's that?
It's like for warmth. it's like predates fireplaces.
Wait, what is a hearth? I just have tears dripping down my face. What is a hearth?
I think it's like it's this fireplace, but it's like you know those like Viking shows where in the middle of the whole building there's just this huge fire.
Yeah,
that's a hearth.
I want that.
Yeah,
it doesn't get more hipster than that. I don't have lamps. It's like those old timey pyramid like torch holder things.
Candles or torches?
It's like the in the wall. You know, you hold the torch and you slide it into the thing.
Mm-hmm. But it's just that's just for charging your iPhone.
Yeah, that's how I charge my iPhone.
Yeah.
And it's just a blaze. You know, I'm like, I'm doing the torch wrong. We should have an action scene in a comedy movie where we're like Indiana Jones. I'm like, dude, is your guys' torch like just falling apart with fire?
I think I'm getting carbon monoxide poisoning from my torch. They're like, that's just smoke. You're just inhaling smoke.
Hold it up. Hold it above your head.
Open a window. I don't want to let the hearth out. The hearth heat out. It's 80 degrees out.
Yeah, dude. I think you're confusing hipster with just straight up Viking. You're like, yeah, I'm so hipster. He's got a hearth, a wolf that he's tamed.
I don't think they're that different anymore.
That's true.
I think all hipsters are trying to be Vikings.
Yeah.
So the reason I asked about your writing process is I was at a coffee shop today, and like normally when I write at a coffee shop, I'll headphones in.
Yeah.
You know, because you want to focus.
Yeah.
But like the vibe of this coffee shop was good. The music was good.
Yeah.
The vibe was nice.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to absorb the room.
Yep.
Right like this.
Ambiance
it up. And there were like these two baristas working. They're both women. And then maybe like 15 minutes into my day there, this like dude came in for his shift, and the lady was like, how was that concert? Did you go to the concert last night with like someone else that worked there? And he goes, no, I was too depressed. Like mad.
Was it like a Spectrum type of situation?
No,
where he just speaks at that volume.
He had like Billy Eichner energy.
Okay.
And I was immediately like so happy I didn't have the headphones in because I was like, how is this gonna go?
Yeah.
You know. So now I'm staring.
Right. You're involved now.
And they're like, they did exactly what I would do. They were like, sorry. Like you could tell they were afraid to even like apologize to him. They were just like, that's sorry. And he goes, yeah, it sucked.
Whoa, dude.
And I was just like, when you're depressed, I don't know if he knows what depressed is.
Right.
Because part of me was like, if someone asked me that, it's like, hey, did you go to the concert? I'd be like, nah, I was feeling like down. I was kind of like depressed. I was just not in a good space.
Yeah.
But it made me think like he doesn't understand what's sad. Like I picture him at a funeral and be like, hey man, I'm sorry. And he'd just be like, yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
I'm upset my dad died.
This blows. He's dead in there.
I hate it. Or even like, what if that's how his emotion all the time?
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm in love with you.
Right.
I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Yeah. All right. Well, that does it for your usual medical checkup. Do you have any questions for me? I always do, but I can't think of them right now. Why?
Is that part of the illness that I probably have? You should know.
Flinching?
You should know.
Okay,
you're
man.
great at your job.
Oh.
I'm really happy with the performance that you're doing.
Oh, you're happy.
I was until you said that. Now I'm sad again.
Really sad.
And also, I am concerned for you.
I like this guy.
He was intense, man. It was the complete wrong energy for a barista. But he was fascinating.
He leaves a meeting with like his manager at work, steps out of the office. Everyone's kind of looking over. He goes, didn't get the promotion. The manager's like looking through the window. All right, man.
I just love it. Maybe he was. Now that you bring it up, maybe he did lack some social skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be it.
Yeah, maybe that was the case. Because someone like ordered something and he was just like, here's the menu. Mm-hmm. That sucks.
Having to be that loud.
Well, it's just like...
kind of liberating.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be angry all the time.
Yeah. I'd rather have people fear me than love me.
Not me. I need people to love me.
First mistake. I had a guy come up to me after a show with a note.
Like a written note?
No,
a note on a joke.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Because part of me was like, that happens.
It does.
I've never had someone hand me a written note.
No.
Except for like phone numbers.
Keep going. Sometimes.
No one's ever said that.
Really? Yeah, this guy's like, hey, do you take note? Like, are you open to like notes from people? And I'm like, yes.
I say no.
I know you'd say no.
I like no thanks.
And guess what I do?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, dude.
God, yes.
Wait, you've never done stand up?
I say yes.
I'm all ears.
I will say yes to comics.
Comics,
because,
of course.
I mean, even though I don't love it,
Right.
if they're not like someone I know well,
Yeah.
or someone above me,
Right.
or funnier than me, I guess.
Totally.
It's still kind of that's the way it is.
But
But
I think there's a saying about like you take advice from people who like you admire or like who you want to be in their position someday.
and there's a couple notes that are in my act. Doesn't happen. It's very, very rare.
Yeah.
A couple times.
I've had some closers refined by a headliner.
Sure. What was the joke and what was the note?
It was bad. It was like, I do that bit about the guy in the mafia on mushrooms.
Yeah.
So he was like, that bit, I don't know if this room like does mushrooms like that. Like
What room was it?
I do it like that at bus stop.
Got it.
And I was like, noted.
That was the whole note?
That was the note.
He's like, I don't know if this audience knows mushrooms like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, cool. Okay, I'll use that in the future. It's funny though, man.
Yeah, that's one of the like on TikTok you get all these comments.
He's a nice guy too. It's like I don't hate him. It's like it's just a social. It's like an etiquette that you don't know.
Right. But like people will comment like correcting something in the joke that's like, and it's, and part of me wants, if I was talking to them seriously, I'd be like, okay, but like, you understand that stand up, you have to do certain things to make things funny.
Yeah.
And so I'll just comment like, all right, I'll try that, but I don't think anyone's going to laugh if I just go into like what an affogato is, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Like there are like, bad notes
they'll
out
be
there.
like, actually, I'm trying to think of an example of one of my jokes, but it's just like,
no, yeah.
It's just like, I get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll try that.
I would love to. I got to hear a note once and just go, oh no, I'm not going to use that one at all. You got another? Okay, you're done.
That's it.
Oh, okay. All right, let me get another one.
Well, I think you're at a point where you're funny, so you should have the confidence to be like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah, but it's also like I always want to know what people are seeing out there. And I think that's
wrong. You don't want to like
wrong.
You don't want to like big time an audience member.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess I feel you.
You know what I'm coming to realize is like I'm nice, and it puts me through a lot of shit I don't want to deal with. Like I'm polite.
Yes.
And it puts me through a lot of shit.
You're Minnesota nice.
What is that?
It's like nice to people's faces.
Oh, but then when you leave, they're like,
this fucking guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard Minnesota nice before.
Yeah.
So they're like, what a fucking loser. All right, take care there, Mike. I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm going to kill him and his whole family.
Yeah, have you seen Fargo?
Dogs are done.
That's all it is.
I'm nice to the point where, like, people invite me to do something I don't want to do.
And then you say yes and then cancel?
I say there's a reason I can't. An excuse, if you will.
But you don't.
And then they help me try to solve the reason.
You make them figure out why you can't go to their thing?
No, I'll be like, this other thing's in the way. And they go, well, we got to get rid of this other thing. I'm like, no, it's got to stay there, though.
Do you actually say a thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be like, I can't, that sounds fun.
But I have to go to...
and then it's just going to, I'm like, I'm getting pushed into a corner where pretty soon here I'm going to be like, I don't want to.
Who are these people?
Just like friends.
And they'll be like, you have to cancel.
Like non-comedy friends are like, dude, let's like do something.
It's not normal for you to give an excuse and then have a friend, if they're actually a friend, be like, nah, skip that, come do my thing.
Well, I make it sound like it's the other thing I have to do.
Oh, that you don't want to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, got tied up with the old fucking, I got to hang out with Torio today. But it's like, yeah, I want to hang out with Torio today.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are like, dude, you hate that guy. Just like, constantly using you as like my most hated excuse.
And I would hate to, but I have to.
I'm like, dude, hold this gun to my forehead and just pull the trigger, dude. I do not want to see Torio again. They're like, just tell him you don't want to hang out.
Yeah, I've been there where you're just like,
But I think it pays to be a dick. Like the upside of being like, nah, I don't want to do that with you is you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Or you don't have to play this game.
Yeah, but I mean, yes, it's nice. But, it's a grass is always greener thing.
Yeah.
I'm invited to less things.
Yeah. Right.
Because I think people are like, I didn't even think you would want to go.
Yeah.
And I was like, normally you'd be right.
Yeah.
But today the depression is hanging out in the closet. So I'm free.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And another one too is like if they're really close friends of yours, like me and you, I would just tell you I don't want to do that thing. Right. And you wouldn't. It's fine. But when it's people you don't see in a long time, they're like, all right, Mr. Big Shot. I think it's also like that me trying to make it as an entertainer. I don't know why that's like an extra thing that I'm maybe adding in that isn't there, but
you're worried about Hollywooding people.
Yeah, people are like, okay, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Forgot where you came from, huh? Tiburon, California mean nothing to you?
I'm the opposite because I'm like, if anyone said it to me, like, yeah. And you better start acting right or I'm going to unfriend you forever.
Right.
Just so you know.
Mm-hmm. I'm worried I'm going to turn into that showbiz dick where I'm like, is it useful to my career? Then no, I don't want to go. Tell your daughter happy birthday.
I feel like that maybe I don't like, I never do things because I'm the opposite. I'm like I better go because like.
Yeah.
it's a networking thing, I guess. And then I don't end up going.
Yeah. Right.
Because I'm just like, I don't want to, I can't be around it right now.
Yeah. That's fair too. Because I've forced myself to go places and I've ruined the thing. Or at least
you've ruined a lot of things.
Or like ruined me being at the thing.
Yeah.
Because I have weird energy and it's like, I should have kept this energy at home. But there are some nights in stand-up where I've like, just go. And it's been great. And I come home like, I got to always go. Even when I feel shitty.
Totally.
But yeah, being nice, it's not, polite. I'm not that nice.
No.
I'm polite.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen, with the podcast and living with you, I've really seen behind the curtain of Zack Chapaloni, and it's dark back there, man.
Hey, dude, we don't need to.
Listen. Don't.
Listen,
don't.
man.
He knows where to make it hurt but not bruise.
I just pull your ear. Remember that one? It was like a mom pulling a kid's ear.
Yeah, because you can dig it into there. That cartilage, it's not even cartilage. What is that? The ear lobe.
Yeah. What is lobe?
What is lobe? Is it fat? It's got to be fat.
Yeah.
But you can't get fatter in the lobe.
I think you can get fat. You ever see old people lobes?
Did you know it's funny that this made me think of it. We've been doing the podcast for 2 years now.
Wow.
The pandemic, 2 years.
Wow.
I was thinking about it because I saw a video of like me at my fattest.
Oh, funny.
Like, which technically wasn't the beginning of the pod. Maybe it was deep in. I don't know. Why.
It was into the pod. Yeah.
It was like
rolling.
It was like it was a year ago.
Yeah.
Clip from like a year ago. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I got meaty.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always a little meaty. That's my thing.
That's kind of hot. Yeah. I mean, to talk about how hot that is.
2 years of this.
That's crazy.
It's so fun. I was watching a clip. It was you, me, and Steve Fury.
Oh,
talking about
Dr. Zack?
No, we were talking about porn, and it was like the pandemic had just started. We had just started the pod. It was to the point where like the pandemic had just started. We were still having friends over.
Right.
We didn't even know you couldn't do that. The bubble wasn't even set yet.
Right.
So Steve was over, and we were just drinking whiskey.
Not understanding
thinking this podcast would even exist in 2 months.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is just something we're doing.
An excuse to hang out.
Yeah. And it was a different pod, man. We had hope.
Did we? Someone wrote on
We actually looked No, you know what? That was a joke. I think the pod's much better now.
Yeah, it's formed into our own. Someone wrote that we should compile a
best of.
Yeah.
That's just a lazy way of them not listening. They don't want to listen to the podcast.
No, right? But I would like to watch a best of. I'd watch it.
All the videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should. Do you want that?
Want that? And then some people said we should do like a animation page where we're just like, it's like dirty drawings of us having sex with each other.
I thought that was flip book only because I've been drawing that.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
How's it coming along?
It's a lot of, I'll be honest, it is a lot of you taking it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
do I have like speak boxes where I'm like, please flip the page faster.
It's
get me out of this position.
No, it's you being Minnesota nice. You're like, I love this.
I'm like, oh gosh, just how I like it. Eye roll. I have to do it in the accent. Never heard of Minnesota nice, dude.
That's weird. You've
been
to
like,
Minnesota.
All right, you take care. Nah, keep the snow shovel. I'll see you next week. I think I'm gonna take that guy for all he's worth.
I'll be completely honest, because I've been, we've been to Minnesota a few times. When I first heard Minnesota nice, I thought it was just that everyone in Minnesota is so nice.
Yeah.
And then, because they are. But then someone, a local explained, well, they're not always nice. We say that because everybody, 100% across the board, is nice to your face.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean anything.
Now, that's an interesting, because I think we're on different sides of this. I'm okay with that. That's about as close to a perfect world as it gets for me. I think you feel differently.
I think there's places, there's times and places for both.
Yeah.
But no, you can't, you got to be genuine. I think, yes, I would say most of the time you should be genuine.
Yeah.
Like if we're casual acquaintances and I say how your day's going and you go, I didn't go to the concert, I'm depressed.
Yeah.
That's a time for you to be Minnesota nice.
Uh-huh.
It was, I couldn't make it.
Okay.
So, I just couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I just couldn't.
I just couldn't.
Okay, let me try to do it the way you want.
Okay.
Hey man, what's up? Sorry I'm late.
Did you go to the Oh, that's fine. Is it because you're at the concert last night?
The concert last night? Yeah, I just pardon my trembling hand here. It was yeah. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do a coffee. What were you? Oh, the concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it just something I said? Was it good?
The concert?
Yeah. All you gotta do, hey, bro. All you gotta do is say yes. Doesn't matter. Just say yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, cool. Perfect. No
I'll
more.
Just say
no.
yes.
Say no more. You said it. You said okay. You said yes. Cool. We can move on now, or we can not talk again, because now we've had that exchange. So we can just go back to doing our own thing. And
the concert was good.
Good. That's great, man. All right, I'm gonna take off.
Can I lie down here?
Nah, dude. You can go though.
Okay, I gotta go.
That's good. All right, yeah.
Survive the moment. Yeah, people got wild ass tendencies. You ever think about that?
I do think about that a lot.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
It is crazy out there. Be safe, man.
Well, how do you feel about hot people that say they have anxiety? Clout chasing or what?
Yeah, for sure.
You can't be hot and have anxiety.
No. That's why I'm worried.
We're anxious because you're fucking hot. Knock it off. Get fat and join us. Dude, speaking of getting fat,
No, you look fine.
I did a little road trip, and I tried to be like, let's make some good decisions here.
Uh-huh.
Every single night, my dinner was in the shape of some sort of burger and French fries.
I have a tip for that, but
It was every way I ended the night. Because it was like, get out of the show late, everywhere's closed. Sam's, the famous burger spot that Anthony Bourdain went to. They survived off of him stumbling in there drunk one night.
Absolutely.
And it's so great. It's just like, it's like cafeteria food, but it hits the spot on like a drunken night. It's like basic cheeseburgers and fries.
Yeah, it's like frozen patties.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. Maybe it's not frozen, but it
doesn't matter.
It looks like it's straight from Kirkland.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? But it is
on paper
great.
plates.
Yeah, it's great. It's the crinkly fries. You know?
Yeah.
Like, those are out of freezer into a deep fryer, but like, I think that makes the best fries sometimes.
Yeah, I don't
it's like
think they're
frozen
crinkly.
into. Yeah, they're like the
with the ridges. No,
Yeah.
I don't think they. I just had them. Maybe they changed the menu up.
Changed the menu?
You're such a diehard fan. You're like, what's up with the fries?
Oh, you're just going regular ass potato, dude? You can't crinkle cut?
It's so cool though. It's like, get the Bourdain. You can get
Which
the Bourdain.
is just a cheeseburger and fries
and a beer.
And a beer, right? What kind of beer? Miller Lite.
Just how he always liked it. He said, I'm going to do the cheeseburger. And he would come in and he'd look me right. And he always did that. He'd look you in the eye.
And he goes, and
let's do fries.
And you'd look into his eyes and you'd be like, is he blacked out right now?
Yeah.
He could be.
And that was it.
But I wasn't sure if he was blacked out on just beer or Oxycontin. That's the thing that that's the magic of Tony. That's how people call him Tony.
I called him Tony, yeah. And I always knew him as Tony.
Yeah.
I said, Mr. Bourdain. He said, don't you ever say those fucking words. He was so cool.
He spit right in my face. He said, I'm Tony.
Yeah. And then he said, now get me beer or find beer. So we found beer. Now we have beer.
Yeah. They grandfathered it in. No beer and wine license. They said, for Tony, you can have it.
That's so cool, man. He was so down to earth.
Yeah. I had sex with my wife right in front of me.
I had sex with my wife. I said it's going to be $14. He slapped me in the face. And I was like, you bring up some excellent points.
He gave me a $2,000 bill. Wasn't real.
It's weird when you become famous.
Oh, how would you know?
No, I'm saying like, yeah, okay, ouch. If you haven't seen the latest T-Mobile commercial, hello.
Hey, guys, find Jake from State Farm.
Torio, was it? I'm sorry, man.
No. T-Mobile, this is not State Farm. This is the one you go on the bike?
I'm on the tricycle.
Oh, I can't wait.
I haven't seen it yet. Someone sent me the funniest message. It was like, hey, man, either you're in this T-Mobile commercial I saw or you have got to meet this guy. Because this motherfucker is a dead ringer for you. No, but I'm saying, like, when people become famous, like, all these little basic encounters become, like, legendary. You know, it's like, we have drunkenly stumbled into Sam's and got a burger with beer, too. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, they're not like... And Zack and Torio would sit here, and they'd always they bicker. You
yeah,
know?
and Torio would just like look at his hands and say, "Is everything gonna be okay?"
And Zack,
we would just laugh.
Zack would slam his burger down and he'd go, "Why are you always like this?" And I just loved it, soaking that in. And he would ask to use the bathroom. I remember that about him.
Yeah.
That was like a Zack move. Can I use your bathroom? And I thought that was so neat.
Yeah, because I'd be like, "Yeah, it's right there," and then this is the best part. He would go to where I pointed.
He'd go right there. He's whip smart.
He is smart. And then he'd come back, finish the meal,
sharp as a tack.
Yeah, and I smelled his hands. He washed them.
Yeah, I would get close to the plate. You know.
Yeah,
I'd be like, "Oh, there's something on this plate," and I'd just sniff it.
And he'd look at me weird.
Yeah,
but I think part of him was like, "Yeah, man, that look." You know? It was like cool.
Yeah, this Ralph's. Torio would walk right in, and he would grab. I always remember this. He'd grab sushi, and
he loved grocery store sushi.
And he'd come up to me, and I'd go, "Is that all?" I'd always do that I'd go, "Is that all for today?"
And then he'd be like, "I thought this was self-checkout," and I'd be like, "Yeah, it is," but I'm just like, "I can help if you need."
So we kind of had that thing.
Yeah,
that was our thing.
Yeah.
You know. I remember this at this gas station.
Oh, the Shell.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Torio would park here.
And
because it was, I think it was either one of his favorite gas stations,
and it was always either
or just one he went to a lot.
Yeah, or it was always either a Wednesday or a different day.
Yeah, it was.
But sometimes Wednesdays, because I would remember that.
Yeah,
because I'd note that, and I'd be like, "Man, today might be Wednesday."
Yeah. And he would get ice cream sometimes. So I thought that was kind of, not always. I think maybe a couple times.
Just the one time for sure, but definitely I think a lot.
And yeah, he was a cool guy.
And they don't let you use the bathroom unless you're a customer. But he was a customer, so I guess that wouldn't really matter in this sense. But that is I'm telling you, if you end up at that Shell, you have to.
Yeah. And he was cool like that. He was cool like that. He would be a customer and use it, even though he probably didn't have to.
Oh God, he doesn't have to. He doesn't need to patron like local Shell gas stations.
Dude, I cannot wait to be that famous, man. I cannot wait to be that famous.
I would always feel like, you know me, like I'm always I don't want to be a bother, especially at restaurants.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I'm that famous, they'll be like, "You don't have to pay." And I'm like, "Oh no, please. I need to pay."
Yeah.
It'll ruin my experience if I don't pay for this.
Yeah. I would toil. Like I would just think about it.
I'd be like, "Well, I don't have cash."
I'd be on my way home like, "I paid?" Okay. What? All right. I guess I'm made of money now. Stupid. No, I want to pay.
Yep.
I can't. Like, people give me a free drink at a bar. Bartender's like, "This one's on me." I'm like, "Here's $40."
That is funny. Like, you always like, "I have to tip you 10. I have to tip 10. I have to tip that drink. What that drink costs now."
I'll tip more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, "Can we just do it normal way?
Can we just do normal way? I'll tip you normal way."
And we're friends still.
Yeah.
Oh. I get uncomfortable with that shit.
It's uncomfortable, man.
I'm like,
life is uncomfortable.
More? Do you want more?
I feel like I put a dollar bill and look at them. And I'm like, okay. I need them to. Okay, just keep putting another one, and then finally they grab it, and you're like, okay,
all right,
that was $80.
Or he's bored.
No, I was talking to my brother about this. And someone else was talking. I don't remember who it is, but when you tip cash at a counter, do you wait for them to be looking before you drop it in the jar?
Almost always.
You definitely
there are
try
times
to time
when I haven't.
Yeah, and then you do it, and you're like, "They're gonna think I'm a piece of shit." And then you're like, "Well, that sucks because I tipped."
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a fascinating. Tip culture.
I've held on to that cash for a while. I'm like, man, she is doing a lot back there. Okay, she should be back in a few minutes.
I should probably go sit, but I will wait.
Someone's behind me in line. I'm like, just a second.
I need her to see.
You know, like, she's got to come back for you guys.
Yeah, but for the most part, I'm pretty at peace. I'm pretty like I don't wait.
You don't?
If the opportunity's there, I try to. But if it's not.
Okay, so what I do,
Yeah.
I'm going to tip and I look at them. They don't smile. I pull it right back.
Sometimes
I pull it right back from that tip jar.
if it's like a comedy person, like a club or something,
Yeah.
and it's important to me that they know I tip,
Yeah.
I'll just pretend not to see the jar. I'll just put the bill on the counter.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
Although I guess at a club there's no jar, but I'm thinking
There's no jar,
Yeah,
yeah.
but there's certain situations where it's just like, I guess I didn't see it. I want you to know.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the car wash today and felt like I had to tip the guy. You know, like it's an automated one, but the guy gives you a little brush before. He's just smoking a cigarette, and he's like, pull up, and I'm like, fuck, I should give him some cash. I grab a couple bucks, and then he's like, all right, yep, you're good, neutral, please. And then I'm like, can I give you this? He's like, that's what? And I'm like, can I? And it's like mist is starting to come, and I'm like, he's like, don't worry about it. And I just like roll my window up.
So funny. So you didn't tip him.
So I pulled out and I drive by him. I could give him the money. I'm like, this isn't that good of a wash. Keeping my $2. It just felt like too much.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, it's me from like 10 minutes ago.
Will you take? And
Here's $2.
And then he's like, well, $2? That's it?
Right. It's insulting.
You made a fuss?
Sometimes tips are insulting.
Yep, for sure.
You know?
It's like your doctor. Well, he gets upset. Why should I tip him?
Yeah, you slide it right in his shirt and he's like, what are you doing?
I'll be like, just take care of me down there. And I wink.
Yeah. I was sliding in and I'm like, what? No one's ever done this? Not while they're naked. And I said, just remove your pants. When the doctor needs to check my balls, I take everything off.
When he needs to check your balls?
Yeah, don't they
like
do
the hernia?
A hernia one, yeah.
Right.
No, sometimes he's like, I just got to check this out, dude. Yep.
And then he looks at him and goes, Dr. Cavalier was right. Dr. Cavalier? What a name I picked.
Wow.
I was trying to come up with a name on
Torio's
I can't
Guide to
improv, dude.
Screenwriting.
You know what it is, man? We had to pod. This is a late night pod.
Yeah.
Our brain's not there.
End
it on a
this
banger.
This pod has to be called Dr.
Cavalier.
Can you call my secretary? Miss Secretariat?
Why does it have to be a woman, dude?
And here is my patient. Patience is a virtue. That's his name. It's their name.
And this is my nurse, Beverly. She's got a normal old lady name.
Don't ask her last name. It's Hills 90210. So I guess she's a robot now. We're making choices.
This is a weird doctor's office.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, but your copay is $17. It's a weird number. Everything here is weird.
It's, oh God. Tax season. The accountant's here.
Oh God.
Good to see you again. Ben Affleck is the accountant.
Does he have a Boston accent?
I better come back. I don't ever want to see you filing taxes in this town again. I dream someday that I come to this office and you've moved on.
And you've moved on to another town, which is another movie I'm in. The Town.
So this accountant, they're like, I got to stop reading the script for secretarial. So the accountant doesn't want his client to be a client? Are you going to explain that at
Wants
some
him
point?
to be happy.
You developing a Boston accent? Your script has turned you into a townie? Like you're from Southie?
Yeah, dude.
You're like, I guess you could say I really embed myself in my writing. And so it's Rocky? Are you Rocky now?
Is that Philly? What is that?
Yeah. I'm working on my Northeastern, Boston, doctor.
Tex-Man.